Hello and welcome to EV Review Ireland. My name is Derek Riley. Great to have you along for another EV Review Ireland Power Hour. We've got a lot to get through tonight in the next 60 minutes, but we are going to cover topics like what we're excited about coming towards the end of 2022. Here in Ireland, we split the registrations up, so it's going to be a 2-2-2 plate. We're also going to talk about the state of the charging network in Ireland. It's a topic that is on the top of everybody's mind. We want to make sure that you are getting everything that you deserve. What can we do about it? Did you participate in the department's survey that was out there recently? So let me know in the comments if everything's coming through clearly, where you're watching me from, what platform. Is it on my Facebook page? Is it on the YouTube channel? Or is it via our LinkedIn page as well? We've got some comments come in here already. We have Steve based in Boston. He's got his own YouTube channel, and great to have him along. Thank you very much, Steve, for the comment. Congratulations on 2 years, going from strength to strength on every review. So, as I mentioned, we are coming in on 2 years today since I launched my first review on the channel. And looking back on it now, it wasn't in frame, the audio wasn't great. Some things have improved on the channel and some things have not, but it is the difference and the growth in the channel, and hopefully the quality of the reviews is getting somewhat better. But that first review was for the new NIU electric moped. Looking forward to having it back on the channel as well. Question from a LinkedIn user here: will an electric bike business work in Ireland? I think so. When you say electric bike, will you just clarify that you mean an e-bike, or do you mean electric motorcycles? Because e-bikes, we've got some great electric e-bike shops in Ireland already, but electric motorcycles, there's a few agencies, but there's no specific shop that's just doing electric motorcycles. So you've got the likes of Harley Davidson, you've got the likes of the Agencia, we've got the likes of Zero Motorcycles already in Ireland as well. So let me know what you think, or just to clarify your question. We have Sean coming in. We need to do another Meet the Owner. Sean, were you at the Dublin Meet the Owners there recently? Because we had a great day at that. Thank you to Linders over in Finglas. They put on a great spread. We had Opels, we had MGs, we had Citroens there. And thank you to those three brands as well. We had some goodie bags as well from Darren Kinsella with Randridge Darken Charging Solutions, or DCS. So yeah, really great day. So let me know if you were over there, Sean. And we will be doing more Meet the Owners, not just with the Dublin EV Owners Club, but also with the Irish EV Owners Club. And that's my portfolio this year, is to look after events. So there will be more online and offline events coming. And it's great to meet people in the flesh. We had everything there on the day, from 2011 Nissan Leafs all the way up to a Porsche Taycan. So there was a huge variety of EV owners, but also EV curious, people looking to upgrade. Roland, congrats, Mr. EV Ireland, self-proclaimed. Roland and Simon Love reminded me that I proclaimed myself as Mr. EV Ireland, but I had to claim it before somebody else did. But thank you, Roland, and thanks for the comment, and appreciate it. If you are watching on any of the platforms, make sure you like the video if that platform allows you to like the video. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please let me know, or please do so on YouTube. We're currently at around about just tipping 8,000 subscribers. So if you haven't already subscribed to the channel and you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. If you haven't already, make sure that you are going to pop over there when you get a chance and hit that subscribe button. The goal is we're going to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Moving down, we have hi Derek, and congratulations on 2 years. Thank you very much to Heinrich from Connected Health Training on YouTube. Heinrich, appreciate the comment, and thank you for tuning in this evening. Electric motorcycles, yes, so definitely an electric motorcycle business. There's more and more people asking about it. It's a niche because the range isn't very far, but you will I definitely think there's an audience for it, for those commuters. People are looking to get around easier, looking to save on commuting in and out to work, and an electric motorcycle can definitely do that. We have Mr. Paul Bedford in. Thank you very much, Paul. Happy birthday, Mr. EV. Appreciate the comment, Paul, and coming in on LinkedIn, which is great. Haven't had any Facebook comments yet, so if you are looking on Facebook, give us a comment, or let me know if everything's coming through loud and clear. Brian, congrats on 2 years, each and every review quality. Thank you, Brian. They're not all great. I'll put my hands up. Some of the exposures, John Murray, bless his heart, a very good friend of mine and an amazing photographer. He tried to help me at the start, but nice, bright, sunny days, and it's just hard to get the exposure right, but I'm trying. And we tried something different on the last review, the BMW i4. We worked with Insta360, which is a 360 camera for that immersive experience, but for a full review, I think it might have been a bit much in that fisheye distorted lens, so we will be using that Insta360 for certain elements of the reviews moving forward. But it was good to try something different. Can't be the same old, same old. We've got Steve coming in on LinkedIn as well. Steve coming at me at all sides. Most notable aspect of vids you've improved, anyone that you're still working hard at enhancing. Great question, Steve. And as I mentioned, Steve has Plug and Play EV on YouTube, an amazing channel over in Boston, originally from the United Kingdom. After getting an Ioniq 5, had a Chevy Bolt. Put me on the spot there, Steve. The most notable aspects of the videos that you've improved. It's a great question. I think it is becoming more natural in front of the camera, talking to the camera like I'm talking to anybody here, and coming across. My personality probably still hasn't come out. I was having a meal recently at the commercial vehicle show, and I was sitting beside Mr. EV Van Man, Paul Kirby, and made some joke of some, I can't remember what it was, but he goes, "God, you're very funny, but why aren't you? You're funny in real life, but you're not funny in your videos." Thank you, Paul. Paul potentially is tuned in here tonight. So yeah, probably coming across a bit more natural is something I need to work on, and just want to try and improve the quality all the time, that the information is good. My channel is very much about people about to buy an electric vehicle, or they've bought one and they're looking for just that validation, or to find out about their electric vehicle that they're buying. They're looking at buying potentially a secondhand vehicle that I've covered. So my audience is the entertainment factor. They like a good review. They like an in-depth review. So definitely it's something that I've tried to work on and tried to give that audience what they're looking for. And the variety. I really like the fact that I've got variety on the channel. Everything from e-bikes, vans, cars, the couple of buses that I've done, etc., etc. I've done even that electric dumper, which was great. Thank you, Steve, for the great question. Jan Torek, good to see you all the way from the Nordics, Norway. And congratulations. Thank you very much. Looking forward to meeting up with you someday. I didn't get to meet you at the event in the United Kingdom, Fully Charged Live. Apologies, I know you were there, but I shot in and shot out. David, good friend of ours in the Drive group. Good to see you, David. Looking forward to catching up this week. Congrats on the past 2 years, Derek. Continued success in the channel. Thank you very much, David. Appreciate it. The comment and all the crack that we have about the channel when I'm in the office. I was talking to David about some of the negative comments that we get sometimes on the channel. So I say we, it's me. As obviously the support of Patricia, my girlfriend, and Darwin the Beagle, and all the people that have helped me along the way. So yeah, I definitely think it's a we rather than just Derek and his YouTube channel. There's a group of people that are supporting the channel grow, be that the brands itself loaning me the vehicles, and everybody that supports via liking the videos, subscribing, and even the Patreon or the PayPal, or there's different ways you can support the channel financially, because getting new equipment all the time, it starts to add up. Philip, evening, Derek. Congratulations on 2 years. I really enjoy your reviews. Thank you, Philip. As I said, they're not always great, but try my best. That's the main thing. And I appreciate you tuning in, and I appreciate you leaving your comments. And as you know, I get back to all of them if I can. I'm still able to. As the channel grows, they get busier and busier, so it's all cool. Harrison Hughes would love to welcome you to the London to Brighton EV rally this weekend if you're available. Harrison, I'd love to attend. This weekend, we are meeting friends on Saturday that just got married for dinner. And on Sunday, my county team, County Mayo, are playing against Kerry in the All-Ireland quarterfinals in the football. So I'm a season ticket holder for my sins. But Harrison, thank you so much. And best of luck in that London to Brighton EV rally. It looks great. Best of luck with it. Looking forward to seeing the coverage over the weekend. Roland is back. What is the best review experience to date? I've been very lucky since last September to do a lot more international stuff and do the international launches. And my first one was BMW with the i4 and the iX. And it was the M50 version. That was amazing, driving the M50 version by myself along the Autobahn. That review is up on the channel. That was cool. They've all been very good, and it's an honor to get away to these launches. The Renault Mccann launch, it was an amazing experience, and has a phenomenal view on that video. It's nearly 45,000 views. I really got in there and put the video out as quick as I could, and it's a quality video. Recently did the Kia electrified launch in Frankfurt, which was great. So we got to see the new EV9 concept. We got to look at the Niro EV and also the Kia EV6 GT on the Autobahn at 253 kilometers an hour. So there's been so many. But then I enjoyed the Ford Transit launch in Barcelona, or the Mustang launch in Croatia. And so, it's definitely, there's a great group of journalists that go out, and I don't consider myself a journalist. I'm a YouTuber, a content creator. So people that are doing this full time, and it's great to meet them and to learn from them. And for the most part, they're supportive. Obviously, I'm the new kid on the block, and some of them feel a bit threatened by it. But listen, I'm doing my thing, and hopefully it doesn't step on too many toes. But there's an audience for an electric vehicle YouTube channel. So great question. Thank you very much. Darren, all the way up at my friends in the EV Association of Northern Ireland. Congrats on your birthday, going well. All the best for the future. Thank you, Darren, and really looking forward to working with you closer with regards to the EV Association of Northern Ireland. So I'm lucky enough to sit on both committees, the Irish EV Owners Association and the EV Association of Northern Ireland, two phenomenal voluntary organisations that are doing great work. There's plenty of people out there talking about the state of the network, or they're an influencer, or they're a YouTuber, and they're crying about this and crying about that. But you have to actually get on these committees. You have to put the work in behind the scenes and help the network grow. And I know I was talking on Radio 1 last week about the network. There wasn't a live interview, so it was edited down, and somebody contacted me and said, listen, you said the network is fine and it's not, and I disagree with you. And I said, listen, with my day job with Nevo, we're getting into that space, and so I'm not going to be the one on YouTube talking about how bad the network is. We're going to be doing stuff within the company to put chargers in the ground to make that network stronger. So there'll be more about that in the future. We're launching that business very soon, but we're looking forward to that and getting to work on it. Antoinette, congratulations, Derek. Well done, and great to see you at the CV show and the electric drive experience last week. So thank you very much. Really, really good. And great meeting you as well. So thank you very much. And thank you for all your support. Any news, info on the Renault Mccann E-Tech electric in Ireland? Don't know price, don't know availability. My own brother is waiting for one. So there's a lot of people interested in that one. And we've got the supply chain issues. We've got the chip shortages. We've got the war that's still going on that maybe news isn't covering as much, but it's still going on, unfortunately. And that country is a huge producer of components, wiring looms, etc. So it's a tough one, and I haven't heard anything, so apologies. But once it does hit, there's going to be a lot of people interested in that car. Hi, congrats, Derek. Thank you, Anshu from Monta. Great to connect, and thank you for your comment coming in on LinkedIn. And Monta is launching in Ireland soon, so looking forward to seeing that happening. And really interesting, and we're going to potentially be doing some stuff on the channel about what it is and how it works. So the Monta app, we want to get ahead of the game there. We've got Patrick coming in. Do you know when the regulations on e-scooters are expected to be signed into law? Thanks, Patrick. I had all the answers, unfortunately. We thought it was going to be the end of last summer, end of last year, beginning of this year. Crazy, absolutely crazy. It's taken so long, and definitely coming into the summer now, a lot more people are out there and people are riding them. So for anybody that doesn't know, e-scooters are not legal on Irish roads at the moment, unfortunately. And so it's a grey area. If you want to ride them, they're classified as a mobility device. So you need a license, you need insurance, you need tax, and you can't get tax or insurance on an electric scooter. So you need, so technically there's horror stories out there of people who the guards are taking it off them, they're being brought to court, they're getting penalty points on their license. So you need to be careful with them, folks. They shouldn't be on footpaths, they should be on the road, well lit, highly visible. We need to do it right when we're doing it. So hopefully when the Irish government... So Patrick, to answer your question, unfortunately, I don't know. Darren is back. Are you getting a chance in the long-term test? Yes, Darren, great question. And I thought of this today, and I had a review up last year of the Peugeot E208. And I just put up what I thought of it after 4 months of owning it. And I got a really good reaction to it. So definitely it's something that I'm looking to get into, doing a bit more long-term stuff. I know that Johnny Smith on the Late Break Show does long-term reviews. So it's definitely something I'm going to start doing. It's not something that Irish manufacturers or distributors do normally, Darren. So if you're a distributor or you're a manufacturer or an OEM or an importer, whatever way you want to call it, there's different types of businesses in Ireland. And you'd like to give me a long-term review, I swear I didn't pay Darren to say this, so thank you, Darren, for saying it. Yeah, but it would be a daily driver getting used to it, and I found that E208 for a small city car, an amazing car, and I went cross-country in it, and we survived in it. I'm not the shortest of fellas. I'm 6'2", and so yeah, it's something that we will be looking into. Put down a deposit on the Volvo C40 single motor ultimate trim today. Good man, Mark. Great car. I've got a coast to coast coming on that actually, on the XC40, not the C40. Did you get the C40, Mark, or the XC40? Because the single motor, I'm not sure. I didn't think it was out in the C40 already. Beautiful car, Volvo, amazing. So well done, Mark. Looking forward to it. David, my man, I know we're due to meet for a cup of coffee. It'll happen next week. And Kit Sharma, yes, e-bikes and e-motorbikes are merging now into motorcycle bikes and cargo bikes in Ireland, and not embraced like they are in other countries. A big attitude that's need to change across the society here. Yeah, absolutely. Segregated lanes, the legal issue sorted, people understanding who has the right of way at what, misuse on footpaths, and David, a phenomenal resource there. With regards to micro-mobility and personal mobility. You can connect with them on there on LinkedIn, and I'm looking forward to meeting you for a cup of coffee, David. So thanks for jumping into the comments and letting people know what's right and what's not right. Lots of comments coming in. Great to see it, folks, and thanks for tuning in tonight. Make sure you like the video, and thank you for leaving the comments. It will help more people see that it's happening at the moment. Luke, congrats, EV Review Ireland, Offaly the Millions. I did all my lessons in an EV all the way. That's Luke. He did all his lessons in an electric vehicle. Not too many of them at the moment in Ireland. Some people say that you should do it in a manual, but fair play to you, Luke. It's the way it's going to go. More and more cars are going automatic. And if I remember correctly, he did it in a Nissan Leaf. So congratulations on that. Nicholas, good to see you, Nicholas. Congrats on 2 years, Derek. What do you think is the biggest drain on battery life, weather or driving habits? Charging habits. Oh, Nicholas, you didn't see that coming. Yeah, I think charging habits is what's going to affect your battery the most. So if you're constantly charging it on a high-powered charger on the motorways, the 50 kilowatt pluses, I think that's going to affect the battery more than driving habits. I think it's going to eat your range more, but I don't think it's going to affect your battery. And weather, not really. In Ireland, we're such a temperate climate, we don't get too hot, we don't get too cold, but definitely charging. And as much as the battery management systems are good and they understand what's going on, try and slow charge as much as you can. Follow the manufacturer's guidelines with regards to, if you don't need it, just go up to 80%. So just make sure you're aware of what that is. Know your charging curve. So yeah, charging would be, I'd say, the big one. People understanding how best to charge and keep that battery health correct. On our second channel I have with Blake Boland, we're going to be doing a video on that battery health tester, the Avalue system that Simon Acton has with Next EcoCar on Blake's Nissan Leaf. So really looking forward to that video. So that's a second channel called EV Platform. We're nearly at 1,000 subscribers in that channel, and that's where we reach myself and Blake. It's kind of like a talking heads. We chat about cars, we chat about new cars coming out, we review them, etc., etc. So lots of good stuff going on there. So thank you, Nicholas, for the comment. It's a pity EV prices and supply so bad probably the next few years, and probably, yeah, I'm hearing that towards the end of this year we're going to start get more coming through Irish Runner, and then next year we're going to start getting back to some sort of normality. But yeah, and I keep saying it, I wouldn't want to be a salesperson in these garages and dealerships, because there's so many people crying out for electric vehicles and wanting them and looking for information, etc., etc. So that's why the channel thankfully is doing so well. And then with Nevo, the day job, so it's going to be a website. I won't spoil the surprise, it'll be revealed soon, but yeah, definitely there's such an appetite out there. So yeah, it's a pity. The prices, I think, will start to align themselves, and that's another thing that we're going to talk about tonight, about the grant that stopped in the United Kingdom last week for electric vehicles. And let me know in the comments, do you think the grants should stop? Let me know, do you think the grants should be reduced? Let me know, like they've done in the United Kingdom, they've diverted the grant towards commercial vehicles and the EV charging infrastructure. So I don't think you can be an EV owner and have availed of the grant and now look for it to be put towards charging infrastructure and commercial vehicles. I think you can only give that answer if you haven't bought an EV yet and are happy for you to pay a bit more on your monthly repayments for this infrastructure to be better in whatever country it's in, but we're specifically talking about Ireland. Thank you, Irish Runner. Hi, Derek. Echo the compliments. Love the channel and the reviews. Thank you very much, John. I'm in Spain at the moment. Very few EVs around the part and quite a few in the new Citroen 2-seat EVs being driven by teenagers. Yeah, and we're going to talk about that. I'm going to show a presentation, the deck. Presentation sounds very formal. I'm going to show the presentation, the deck that I showed at the start of the year for the new 2022 cars and what's coming, what we're still waiting on, and just talk about that for a second. But yeah, it's interesting, John. It's definitely large urban centres that are the core of electric vehicle usage, but they're obviously all over all of Spain, but they wouldn't be as frequent, whereas obviously Dublin and Cork and Galway, you're going to see a bit more of them. But as you go out into the countryside, and I'm sure it's the same in Spain, the Barcelonas and the Madrids are going to have a lot of them. So thanks for tuning in, John, and hopefully it's not too hot out there. It's a lovely warm weather here in Ireland at the moment. Hi, Neil. Good to see you. Congrats on the 2-year anniversary. Thank you very much. Neil from Deloop coming in on LinkedIn. Brian Dowling. Hi, Derek and all. Congrats on the 2-year of the channel. Thank you, Brian. Brian is phenomenal. He helps me with the Dublin EV Owners Club on the Facebook. So if you're in Dublin and you're interested in electric vehicles or anything to do with electric vehicles and you want to meet and like a group of like-minded people, we had a recent meetup we talked about at the start of the show, so definitely tune in there and see what's happening. So thank you, Brian, for all your help and all your support. I wouldn't be able to do what I do on this channel without your support with the Dublin EV Owners Club. Mark, the C40, oh, very good. So it is the single motors out there. Lovely. Congratulations. Beautiful car. Very happy with it. On EV platform, the channel I just talked about with Blake, we just put out a review tonight, a joint review, myself and himself, on the C40 in blue. Yeah, really nice. Sorry, I've got my glasses on, so I'm squinting here. I believe the regulations we reviewed it as if the charger can come from the fuse board or the meter this week. Yeah, so there's a bit of confusion about that. Not confusion, but a bit of best practices with regards to where your charger can come from, with regards to should it come from the meter box, which usually is at the front or the side of the house, easy enough access, and they put the connection in there, or should it be put all the way back to the fuse board? So yeah, there's pros and cons to both, and so yeah, it's an interesting one. If it has to go back to fuse board, it's going to increase the cost, because that run, sometimes fuse boards are in crazy places at the back of the houses, and it has to be brought through around the house, etc., etc. So yeah, there's if they're one of the EV installers or on the chat, we've a good number of people here tonight. Jump in and let us know what you know about it. Paul just watched the C40 video, not keen on the interior design and the air vents and the screen orientation. Interesting, Paul. Thank you for your feedback. That's the blue one. Is that the video you're talking about? Yes, listen, the interior design is not to everybody's taste. Obviously, it's blue recycled if it's the C40 in the blue. I think all the C40s may come in blue. The air vents, yeah, are the vertical or the long and narrow ones, and the screen orientation being that portrait. I have to always think about that, portrait or landscape, vertical or horizontal. Listen, Paul, not for everybody's taste. Yeah, I didn't like the fact that it's Android Automotive. That's what I didn't like, because it doesn't have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. And so you're kind of locked into that system. So it's kind of like the Android version of Tesla. And so I just like what I have on my phone being mirrored through Android Auto onto the screen. So wireless Android Auto, I'm a happy boy. Jared, good to see you. Congrats on the 2nd birthday of the channel, Derek. Any chance of EV boat reviews? Jared, is the question that you'd like to join me reviewing some EV boats? And the answer is yes, I would love to review some electric boats. A lot of them in Norway, so we might have to take an old spin, Jared. I don't think they'll bring them over to Ireland. So if you're interested, I'll see if I can get a permission slip on my side. And if you can get a permission slip off your darling wife on your side, let's see if we can head off to Norway and do some electric boats. It won't be as fancily filmed as the fully charged reviews, but we'll make it work. But yeah, Dunleary Harbour would be phenomenal for them. Thanks for the comment, Jared. Hope you're keeping well, and much catch up soon for a cup of coffee. Carl, the Maxis man himself. 2 years, brilliant, Derek. Congratulations. Great to chat last week and catch up soon. So yeah, Carl had a great initiative last week in Mondello Park. And Carl is, if you're interested in Maxis vans here in Ireland, and there was a 3-day test drive event where they had all the different e-Deliver 3s, e-Deliver 9s, and all the different configurations, so pickups and minibuses, etc., etc. So phenomenal success. I shot down and I had a look at it. I have a video coming out on the channel now from the CV show in Birmingham, showing all the different Maxis videos as well. So great to see you, Carol, and thanks for the comment as always. Darren, we're back. Great. Grant shop stopping too early in the United Kingdom. So Darren's based in Northern Ireland. Darren says the grant is stopping too early. It does need to stop, but it's just a little too early to stop, especially in Northern Ireland, because you didn't have that charging infrastructure and that percentage uptake, which I think is very true. It's messaging mainly that 1,500 only applied to a small number of cars anyway. Yeah, it was shrinking in the United Kingdom. It's still 5,000 euros here. And I haven't watched the news, Darren. Do you know if manufacturers have just taken it off themselves, as in there was enough meat on the bone for them to take that off? Let us know. Danny Clark, the one, the only, the legend. Hi, Derek. What do you personally look for in an EV when purchasing? Congrats on the channel. Thank you, Danny, and thank you for the comment. And obviously, it's coming through on Facebook, so that's good to see. What do I personally look for on an EV? My phone is there somewhere. Oh, here it is. I have a list, Danny. What do I personally look for? I look for my perfect EV. I had to write it down, getting old. And these are just things that are interesting to me. Perfect EV. So I think it should have a heat pump. So what that means, Danny, is it takes temperature from the ambient air, etc., and without using the power of the battery to keep it at a temperature that it makes it efficient to operate, but also to charge. I think that on the AC charger, the slower charger, it should be at 22 kilowatts, not just 11 kilowatts. So when you see those 22 kilowatt posts around on the street, you'll see people plugging into them. I think that all cars should be at 22. I think the battery size for me, my perfect EV is around 60 odd kilowatt hour battery. I don't need much bigger. It gets me across the country, and that's really all I need. On the faster charging, I think it should be 100 plus kilowatt. But in between that, 75 to 100, I think is fast enough. I would like adaptive cruise. I think it needs to have a good height because I'm a bit taller. I love a panoramic sunroof or an element of light coming in on the top. A reversing camera, power tail lift. I'm getting into stuff now that really doesn't. It's only my personal taste. Wireless Android Auto, automatic rain wipers, blind spot detection, heated seats and steering wheel, which is nice, and then app integration. That would be my list of stuff that I would look for in an electric vehicle. At the moment, I had the Mercedes-Benz EQS at the weekend, as you know, and the air-conditioned seats were phenomenal. Do I need them? Probably not, but beautiful. Thank you, Danny, and great question. I appreciate it. The EV Association of Northern Ireland, congrats on 2 years, Derek. Yeah, 2 years. It feels like about, in my head, about 8 months. Feels like I started the channel 8 months ago, but 2 years is madness. We're coming up on 200 videos, 8,000 subscribers. We've done over 1 million views. So yeah, it's all good. Thank you very much. Apple Car announced by Volvo. Nice, Mark. So it's not just Google and it's not just Android Automotive. Very cool. Thank you, Mark, for that update. It's hard to keep a track on everything. CarPlay coming to Polestar, bound to come through the Volvo cars also. Thank you, Darren. Everybody's on top of it. Matthew from Limerick, good to see you. Well done, Derek, on the past 2 years. Not half bad on the old chat at all. You're not half bad at the old chat at all. Thank you, Matthew. Appreciate that. Yes, the waffle does come out of me fairly easily, as my girlfriend tends to tell me. Any chance of review of the BEV buses from Dublin and Limerick? Yeah, I must get onto Dublin Bus. They announced it last week. And Roland, Mr. EV Ireland, was not invited. How dare they? How do they not know who I am? I've reviewed lots of electric buses on my channel. Looking forward to it. I'll reach out to them and see. You have to make sure you tweet the right Dublin Bus account, because there's a Dublin Bus account that isn't the real official one. And if you're on Twitter and you want to laugh, follow that one. It's adult humor, all right, but it's the Dublin Bus unofficial account. So I won't be tweeting that. Thank you, Matthew. Good to see you last week. Jonathan, good to see you. Congrats on the 2 years, Mr. Riley. I remember when you were talking about this, the first video, here to many more years for you. Yeah, so Jonathan used to work together at Indeed. Yeah, 2 years ago, Jonathan, it was we'd broken because of the pandemic. We were working from home, so it was good to see it. So thank you very much, and great to see you. And we will catch up about that Tesla. Mark, great idea. Yes, thank you, Mark. And yes, thank you, Matthew. Matthew will probably want to be on the bus as well, upstairs, pressing the button. Let me off. Sahid, good to see you. Thank you very much. Congratulations on the anniversary, Derek. Thank you. First time listener looking at the Mercedes EQB. Yeah, lovely. EQB. Where was I for that? That's the 7-seater, and I filmed it on the lake in Westmeath. Yeah, really good. Nice. The 7 seat, the 2 seats in the rear are really for kids. Mercedes-Benz say for people underneath 1.2 meters, and me being 1.8 meters, nearly 1.9 meters, I tried to fit into it, made a total hames of it, didn't put down the seats correctly, and YouTube commenters commented on it straight away saying that you're an idiot, you don't know how to do these things. I just folded it flat and tried to push it forward, but it's a tilt and slide. So EQB, yeah, nice, good 7-seater. So we've got that. We've got the Citroen e-Berlingo, which is another great 7-seater. The Opel Combo E Life, that's coming to the channel soon. So yeah, there's a couple of 7-seaters. Tesla Model Y when it comes in 7-seaters, and the X when it comes in 7-seaters. So yeah, the 7-seater lineup is starting to come through, if that's what you're interested in, Zahid. But yeah, the EQB, beautiful car. David, good to see you, David. Yes, the grant should be stopped. We need to push micromobility. Now, here we go. Whilst electric cars are obviously better than combustion, the switch does little for challenging the big problems we are faced with. Absolutely agree. And it is very much, we need to focus on what we need to focus on. And the price of electric vehicles being subsidized by people who can afford them anyway, it's a contentious issue. So yeah, thank you, David. And I will be, as you know, on the channel and on socials, I tried and cover not just electric cars, but micromobility as well. I've got the Modmo Saigon Plus review coming with Jack O'Sullivan and his team in Dublin and Vietnam, building some great e-bikes. Got some e-bikes coming from Dublin Loves Bikes with Joe, the team there. Got some e-bikes coming with the team at Green Air. So yeah, really looking forward to doing more micromobility stuff. Toying with the idea about learning how to ride a one wheel or a uni wheel. There's a good Irish channel called Clear Learning, and he tracked his journey, and so I'm watching what he's doing there. So if you're into micromobility, scooters, etc., Clear Learning, good channel. John, good to see you, John. Have you tried the Polestar 2? Yes, yeah, I got it for an hour, and it's coming again. And the press fleet's going to be launched soon. They're doing test drives at the moment. Any news on the DeLorean? Beautiful. Could be all smoke and mirrors, but we don't know. But yeah, if anybody hasn't seen DeLorean, the Alpha, I think they're calling it, a lot of big backers behind it, a lot of big money there. So hopefully it comes to market. Really doesn't look anything like the old DeLorean. It has the gull-wing doors. A couple of lads in our office got very excited about it. But yeah, no news, just it's coming potentially, hopefully, if there is enough money, and who's going to make it. So I have tried the Polestar 2, and there will be a full review coming to the channel soon. Heinrich, Derek, do you know if any of the Chinese startups are coming to Ireland? Yeah, so Aura Cat is coming, and I'm sure BYD, I'm sure NEO, I'm sure Xiaopeng are coming. Yeah, why wouldn't they? If they're going to hit the UK market, it might not happen straight away. So Polestar came here eventually, Chinese company. Aura Cat, Funky Cat it's called now actually. Martin on EV News Daily was saying that it's called Funky Cat. It was called Good Cat in China. So yeah, they're definitely becoming Heinrich. Danny Clark, it feels like 8 months, old age kicking in there. Thanks, Danny. Appreciate it. Really looking forward to meeting you there soon. Looking forward to it. Brian, take a spin up to Rightbull. Subtle. Knock on the door. How are you, lads? I'd like to take a spin in your bus. David, hi Derek. I have 2 kids and I have full booster seats, i.e. With the back. Okay, so not just the bits, the full car seats, and a baby on the way. Is there MPV style EVs the way that would have 3 in the price in the back? So you are not in electric vehicles. EQB, Mercedes-Benz, but whether you consider that an SUV or a full SUV, it's kind of that mid-range. Then you've got the Citroen and the Opel and the Peugeot, but they're a van with seats in the back of it. Tesla model, no, that's it. There is no fully electric SUV with 3 baby seats across. And a good friend of mine, Simon, and his wife, Neve, they're expecting their 3rd at the moment. And they asked me the same question. Not there yet. The Enyaq isn't wide enough. It doesn't have the middle one. And so, yeah, manufacturers will definitely have to look at, but I don't know size-wise how they're going to do it, because the Enyaq is pretty big. And their other combustion engine vehicles do have that middle. It does have the middle seat. So I can't help you, David. Mercedes EQB and the Citroen, Peugeot, Opel kind of van conversions. So the Citroen e-Berlingo or the Opel Combo e-Life. Have a look at those, but difficult. Best of luck with baby and kids. Martin, thank you very much. Congrats on the anniversary. Thoughts on the ID5? I like it. I like the style of it. Yeah, and if it's the style you're after, because it's the exact same as the ID4, and the new software update, the 3.0 is good. The Irish EV owners have a good video today. Blake did it. I had it a couple of weeks ago in Austria at the launch. Yeah, I like it. Some people get caught up about the software. The software's not bad, and it is getting better. And that over-the-update promise, Volkswagen are doing it, and there'll be a lot of them on the road. There's a premium for that coupe roofline. It's a slightly bigger boot, but to the carrier, to the shelf in the boot, there's a name on that. If you know what the name of the shelf in the boot is, tannoy cover? No. But I like it. Thanks, Martin. David Collins. Hi, Derek. Do you know if there are any MPV style EVs in the way that would have three? There's an echo in this place. Hopefully, David, you listen to my answer. And MPV, they will come, but not at the moment. Mercedes EQB and the Citroen Opel. It's been a long day. I've been up since 5. JB, have you heard of Peugeot are going to bring out the 3008 EV? I know they have a hybrid version, but yeah, they will, JB. I don't know whether it'll be this version, it might be the next version. So they have the E208 and E2008, but I know you need a bit of space. But yeah, they will at some stage. I just haven't heard of it yet. I know that Jana in Peugeot Ireland told me that there's an announcement coming at some stage this year, something big, but it might be on the DS front because Jana looks after DS as well, but don't know, but it will be coming, JB. Matthew, Citroen LK Limerick told me that eBerlingo was available at a long wheelbase, but no 7-seater, only 5 seats. I had to go to the E-Space Tour to get more than 5 seats. Worth confirming as I got conflicting. Yes, absolutely. Message Citroen Ireland on socials. I know one of the calls might answer you there. I know they're taking what they're getting from factory, and dealership might have got confused there that this is what we have versus what we could potentially get. But when the factory is going to produce a right-hand drive 7-seater eBerlingo, because it was only an extra €1,000 in the price, if I remember correctly from my review and chatting to Carl and Citroen. And so, yeah, they're definitely there. I was told they were there. Whether they'll get them this year or not is another thing, Matthew. You might need the electric bus, maybe. Congrats, Derek. Fast years. Yeah, fast 2 years. Thank you, Paddy. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. Fast years, right, since we swapped seats. Carl, MiFID 9 coming. Oh, Carl won't let me away with it. So yeah, the MiFID 9, that 7-seater, but Carl, we'll have to talk about Isofix seatings. I didn't actually get that information out. How many Isofix positions are in it? Some people are looking for 3 across the back. I know the MiFID 9, the Maxus MiFID 9 that I reviewed, it's on my channel, had 2 pilot chairs in the middle. I don't even know if they had Isofix, to be quite honest, but if the 3 bench comes out with 3 Isofix, that's another option. Thank you, Carl. Niall, good to see you. RiveMove is a good device to get 3 seats. Oh, okay, so there's an actual thing that'll convert it. RiveMove, RIVEMOVE. Thank you, Niall. Very good. Space Tour is 3 Isofix in middle row and has 3 rows. Yeah, I'm going to do the Opel Vivaro Life, E-Life. Is that what it's called? Emma will kill me if I don't get that right. I'm doing that as well. So yeah, similar. So Citroen, Peugeot, Opel, all the Stellantis group have that, but it's a minibus. That's what that is. If you're okay with a minibus. There's the This is Conor O'Boyle, and he's actually my boss in Drive Group, co-founder of the Drive Group, which is Nevo, my day job. It is TradeBid with the amazing team, Dennis and Paul. And then it is also Sweep, the app, an amazing app for used car sales. So if you're interested in used cars in Ireland, make sure you download Sweep. So Conor is my boss. So he just wanted me to say there's the boss. To him, he's the boss. Thank you, Conor, for the comment. Good to see you. M, good stuff. Robert, typical French, this kind of information. Now, play nice. They're great brands. Apologies for the second question. We are a big da. Congrats, Derek. And now permissible to contact the EV charge point as your meter cabinet. Okay. The ideal connection. Thank you, Joe. This is a very good. The ideal connection point for electric vehicle charge points will always be the internal fuse board. Very good. This amendment to the rules will provide a solution for situations that are difficult or impossible to run a cable back from the main fuse board. Reference number, the NSAI, the National Standards Authority of Ireland, ETC TC002. Joe, couldn't get a better answer than that. Cheers, Conor. Appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Great. Thank you, Tariq. Congrats on the 2 years. Can you do an episode about charging stations in an apartment complex? What are the options? on the cards. We are doing a whole series on chargers, domestic chargers, etc., etc. That's why I like the Citroen. Thank you, Robert. Folks, that was a lot of comments that I shot through there, and thank you very much for every single one of them. I will keep an eye on them, but I want to share my screen and talk about what cars we looked at the start of the year, 6 months ago nearly. I try and do these power hours once a month, but it's been 3 months since I did the last one. So thank you, Robert. Before I jump into the, what do we got here? So we've got, you can support the channel a couple of ways. So in the chat now, you can make a donation. It's like Chupa Chat. You can do a super sticker. There's super thanks on YouTube if you're watching this on YouTube as well after the fact, and then Patreon or tip me on PayPal. So thank you very much for that. And if you've got any questions, make sure you leave a comment below and let me know what you think about what we're chatting about. So thank you very much for everybody that is contributing tonight so far and answering the questions. So the 3 things I wanted to cover was the charging station network in Ireland, and we're down to 20 minutes, so I'm not sure if we're going to cover it. We might have to do a 2-hour video. So at the start of the year, we were chatting about the i4 M50 and the i4. Lots of people interested in it. There's a whole debate whether you think it's better than the Tesla Model 3 or not. But a lot of people that have driven it, test driven it, have liked it. I've got 2 reviews out of it. And the channel, the regular i4, the eDrive 40, I think is the sweet spot. The iX, starting to see a lot of them on the road now. So that's the BMW premium SUV. Mightn't beat everybody's taste design-wise, but super luxurious inside and a beautiful drive. Big Jeep. Looking at the exact opposite, then we've got the Citroen Ami, still not in Ireland. Was that fully charged in the United Kingdom? An interesting thing is that it's left-hand drive only and will only be left-hand drive, coming in around the €10,000 mark. This is a quadricycle. It's pretty fabricated from plastic shells, etc., etc. And the front is the same as the back, and the doors are the same, so they hinge different ways. So yeah, the Citroen Ami, hopefully we'll get it before the end of the year in Ireland. Cooper Bourne. Got to get that in right-hand drive there recently, and ID3 competitor, Renault Megane competitor. Haven't seen them on the road, only the press cars, but I'm looking forward to seeing them in different colors. I saw kind of a smoky gray one on some of the other reviews, which was nice to see. I saw a red one, a picture, I think. This is the Aurora blue. It's the copper accents. There's a lot of colors there. So the Fiat 500e, have it on the channel. It was a wet weather test because it was so rainy when I was doing the review. Starting to see these on the road, which is great. They were already on the road actually when the press fleet was out there, so more reviews of that is coming through. Very competent car, beautiful looking, expensive for the bigger battery, but you know what? Kit wise inside and driver assist, etc. I was very impressed with it. I think it's really nice looking as well. Mercedes EQB we chatted about, so that's the 7-seat option with 3 Isofix along the middle. Sorry, 2 and 2. It's 7 seats, not 3 across the middle. Citroen EQE coming to the channel soon. We had the Irish launch. There was a video up on the channel about it. EQS had it last week, so there's a full review on that, and a coast to coast challenge coming on that, range of over 700 kilometers. Beautiful car. Mercedes MG ZS long range. A couple of reviews on the channel for that. I've done a coast to coast, and I've done driver assist functions. A lot of interest in that from taxi, from people looking for some really good value. Just hard to get them at the moment, like all electric vehicles. Had a small 30-minute window at the Nissan Ariya around Mondello. Yeah, not bad. Looking forward to getting a bit more time with that just to make my mind up. I thought the bit was a small bit small, but yeah, looking forward to seeing what that's like. Or a cat, or funky cat, as we call it, coming to Ireland soon. Kind of got that mini Porsche front, back end looks like a Nissan Leaf. It came out, first edition prices came out in the United Kingdom with like £30,000, and people were like, what do you do? And prices wise. So yeah, looking forward to seeing that. Pulsar 2 launched in Ireland, which was great. Test drive starting at the moment. People are going to start getting their cars, which is phenomenal. They don't have to go secondhand. They can get them brand new here in Ireland. The Porsche Mccann Ev, we haven't got confirmation on this yet, but it looks like it's coming, hopefully this year. If not, it'll be early next year. They're going to sell a lot of these. There's a lot of Porsche drivers looking to make that transition to electric. The Megane we talked about, and lucky enough had that drive out in Spain. If you're interested in have to look at that review on the channel. I thought very highly of it, and everybody that has reviewed it seems to think the same, not just because I said it. The Skoda Enyaq Coupe IV, so this is the Skoda Enyaq with that coupe roofline. This is called the ID5 in Volkswagen world, and the Tavascan, which we got to see at the Cupra launch there recently in the Cupra lineup. So styling-wise, they're changing it. It's a large SUV, but beautiful. I didn't get to go to that launch, unfortunately. Tesla Model Y, a lot of them on the Irish roads, starting to see them around the place. A couple of reviews on the channel and more to come, and also on EV platform. Toyota BZ4X or BZ4X. Looking forward to seeing that again on the channel. A lot of people interested in it. Saw it in Las Vegas in March, and there's a video on the channel. C40, a couple of videos on the channel. ID5, there's the ID5 and the IDX. So yeah, we're getting to tick a lot of these boxes so far this year. The BMW iX1, I think it looks stunning. Really looking forward to seeing it on the roads. Polestar 3 is going to be announced in October. And we've got an Irish Richard Malloy, formerly of Audi Ireland, looking after the head of sales now in Europe, which is great to see. And congratulations, Richard, on that move and jump into the Polestar world. And then that will be potentially based on what the Volkswagen, as a Volvo XC90, which is codenamed the Embla. We're going to hopefully see that this year as well. And then we've got the ID Buzz. And when I did this presentation, I called it the ID7, but actually, no, it's sticking with ID Buzz. And that's the passenger and so ID Buzz Cargo, ID Buzz Passenger. And the one is landing in Ireland tomorrow. That's going to be in the Pride Parade with Volkswagen as one of the main sponsors. I saw Alan from Volkswagen Commercial Ireland put it up on LinkedIn today. And so, yeah, really looking forward to seeing those. The commercial looks amazing in that two-tone color. So hopefully we'll start to see these. It won't be called the ID7. The ID7 is going to be the Passat electrified version. So the Estate and the regular Passat in an electric version. If you look at my channel header on any of my social media, you'll see that I've had it there for the last couple of years as a future car. And then will we get the Audi Q6 e-tron, that slightly bigger one, potentially coming to the channel. So lots that we've already seen, potentially more coming. It's going to slow down towards the end of the year, potentially. We've got a lot more comments coming in there, so thanks for that. Right, where did I stop? The glasses are going to have to come back on, folks. Old man Derek here. Danny Clark doesn't need the ammunition. Okay, Zahid is back. Sorry, Derek, I was looking for an opinion on a 5-seater electric mid-size sub under 50k, top of your head. And yeah, it's hard to beat. MG5. Sorry, not MG5, MGZS, MG5, ID4. And yeah, would be probably the one. For if you're looking to get close to the money, MG ZSEV is an amazing car. So yeah, looking forward to that. Thank you very much, David, for the €20 donation and the super sticker. I really do appreciate it. It helps me. It helps the channel. I got a new lavalier mic there recently, and it was €100. You wouldn't think something as small as that is the price it is, but I really appreciate that. Thank you very much, David. Apologies again for clogging your chat. Not at all. Hopefully I've answered your questions, Zahid. And if you want to reach out to me on any of the socials, I'm happy to do some one-on-one stuff with you. No problem at all. Is the Opel Rocks coming to Ireland? Not that I've heard, Robert, but that's the Citroen Ami equivalent. Exactly the exact same, just changing of the... So that's the little quadricycle square thing that we talked about in the presentation. So to answer your question, I haven't heard. I've seen this coming into the UK, but I haven't heard it here. It's Vauxhall Rocks in the United Kingdom. Any news in the Mccann? No, Brian. I haven't heard anything. Prices or not that I'm talking to Renault Ireland every now and again and the PR company, but no, I haven't heard anything. Mark, thank you very much for your comment. Congratulations, Derek. Love all your BEV stuff. Driving home from Ashburn with 0 range, I found a local charger near the ward, which would be needed a debit card at the top filling station. Good to hear that there's tap to pay cards in Ireland. Thank you, Mark. Thank you very much, Heinrich, for your donation for a super sticker of €10. I really appreciate it. There's Liam. There's the man himself, my old buddy. In the Drive group, and myself and Liam are working on that Nebo project very closely and rolling that out. So I spend a lot of time with Liam, and he's all about the ID Buzz. He was all over it at Fully Charged Live. So thank you very much, Liam, for the comment. Niall O'Sullivan, I tried to order the Q4 during the week, but 2 Audi dealers told me to come back later in the year. Yeah, the people had ordered them were cancelled and said it won't be this year, it'll be next year. Do you still want it? So yeah, it's been a lot of disappointment there. Have Audi stopped taking EV orders? Do you know? Yeah, I know some dealerships had orders for 30 Q4s and they got an allocation of 8. So 22 people were told it's not going to happen this year. So yeah, there's a huge level of disappointment out there, unfortunately. Thank you so much for all the comments and for sticking with us. We are 50 minutes in, 10 minutes to go. And what better way to close off the 10 minutes than to talk about the charging infrastructure in Ireland? And mainstream media seems to focus on this as a negative. I've always been a positive person, and I think it's a huge opportunity. And it's very much about, let's identify the spaces that we think need, let's approach those landowners, let's chat to people about offering a solution. We have to recognize that private entities need it to be a business case, that they have to either that or needs to be subsidized by the government. Nobody is going to put a charger in somewhere that they're not going to get a return on investment in it. And we have to recognize that as EV drivers, we would like lots of fast chargers. We would like banks of them at motorway service stations or in cities, etc., etc. But they're expensive. We need to make sure that the people that are putting them in the ground are getting support from the government or by landowners or a subsidized or some kind of help. In Germany recently, there was a cooperative of individuals that came together to form this EV charging network. So yeah, the charging network is far from perfect. You're very welcome, Niall, and thank you for leaving the comment. And so we need to start looking at places where the potential to put these chargers in, and then reaching out, whether it's to me and saying I've got a spot for an EV charging location or any of the other charging networks, and saying what's the potential of you putting this charging location into it. And for the last 2 years I've been directing people to other EV charging networks, but we will in my day job we'll be starting to do that ourselves now. So I'm really looking forward to being able to work with businesses, with individuals, with regards to finding a solution for their charging needs, be that for themselves or their company, etc., etc. I'm giving a talk next week to IBEC about the future, the transition to electrified vehicles. I'm dealing with some organizations in the United Kingdom and making that transition to electric with their company fleet, dealing with individuals looking for advice. And so that charging network, that range anxiety, that charger anxiety, we're definitely doing things behind the scenes in all the organizations that I'm involved with, be that the EV Association of Northern Ireland, the Irish EV Owners Association, with Nevo. And so we're definitely working on it. We're not saying it's perfect, and we all contributed to the strategy that we're looking for, that public consultation with regards to, and I think the government and people involved in that strategy drafting felt that we don't need to do it until 2025. And a number of EV owners were starting to say, listen, you need to get out there into the real world. You need to drive a 24 kilowatt hour Leaf around the country, and you'll see exactly where the charging deficits are, etc. Regan, hi Derek, do you think Audi will ever adopt using Tesla chargers? I think what's going to happen is Tesla are going to allow people to use their chargers, and it's happening already in the United Kingdom and on the European continent. It hasn't happened here yet in Ireland. We haven't a super large amount of superchargers, but yeah, they definitely will, because people drive past them and there's no charge, nobody using it. It's a bank of 8. Usually they're in banks of 8. I know that in Raheen Woods down in Galway and Athenry that they've opened up 4 of those 8. But like, there's definitely times of the day when, you know, there's 1, 2 Teslas there and there's 2 stations left idle. So Tesla are going to use that real estate. It's been a huge investment for them, and it's part of their marketing. It's part of their strategy to acquire customers, but they're not going to let that infrastructure sit there. So I don't think that, it's not that Audi will adopt a Tesla charger. It's just Tesla will open up their chargers, some of them at certain times, to all manufacturers that want to. You can just download the Tesla app on your phone and you can rock up with whatever car you're driving, whether it's the Honda E all the way up to the Mercedes-Benz EQS. You can plug in and use that Tesla charger. So congratulations, Derek. We need more destination chargers in shopping centers, hotels, office parks. They should be cheaper to install and operate than DC fast charging. Yeah, they are. But what we need to remember is that grid connection. So as much as DC chargers, we understand that because it's 50, 75, 150, 200, 400, kilowatts hubs, a bank of 5 22 kilowatt chargers, that's still 110 kilowatts. So it's a huge draw if that capacity isn't on that network. So the upgrading of the network, and there are solutions out there to it, battery buffer systems, etc. So Regan, yes, it's standard CCS once Tesla software allows it. Thank you, Darren. Absolutely. It's letting people utilize it. So to answer the question that I posed, it was, do we think that the charging network in Ireland is good enough? No. And you know what? I was on a call last year with somebody from the Norwegian Hauliers Association. So it wasn't even the EV Owners Association. Big pause there with a drink for talking solid for the last 55 minutes. That gentleman was asked, what do you think of this charging infrastructure in Norway? Now, if you're in the EV space at all and you understand Norway, you watch Bjorn Nyland, he literally has to look down the road and it's another DC fast charger as he's driving along. Every X amount of kilometers, there's a DC fast charger station. And so it is definitely, and he said, oh, there's room for improvement. And somebody in Norway says that there's room for improvement. Like, my God. If people in the Republic of Ireland think that there's lack of infrastructure, go up to Northern Ireland and talk to the guys up there and girls in the EV Association in Northern Ireland. So it's not perfect. I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm an optimist and I'd like to look at the opportunity. But yes, absolutely. And people having to queue and aim and stack from range therapy, it says to me, Derek, I had to sit and wait at Christmas time for 2 hours to get a charge because there was only one charger and people were all queuing at it. And that's time that Eamon's saying that somebody should have to account for. So hopefully, whether it's EasyGo, whether it's Ionity, whether it's ESB eCars, whether it's Nevo, we're all going to be trying to get as many chargers in the ground as wherever we can. Miles is in. Any premium EVs have reviewed? What would be your vehicle of choice and the main reason why? Excuse me, premium EVs. Mercedes-Benz EQS, and I know, Miles, you've an affiliation or an affection for Mercedes-Benz. It's a stunning car. It's like the creme de la creme premium halo car. It's an absolutely an amazing car with an amazing technology base, amazing aerodynamics, efficiency, etc., etc. And I got to drive it last week, and I got to drive it home to Mayo, and beautiful. Cost premium was what you said, but yeah, it's definitely one of the ones, and it's just phenomenal. Jim Shed, late checking in, Derek. Love the EV out. Hi, EV lovers out there. Thanks, Jim. Jim, you're going to be an EV lover yourself. You're getting GTX ID5 soon, hopefully, and I'm going to hopefully do a video with Jim. Jim's got a good channel there, Jim Shed, where he does a lot of stuff in his shed, not just EVs. Roman in the Ukraine, thank you so much for tuning in. Roman is a colleague of mine. Obviously, a tough situation over there at the moment. Where our thoughts and prayers are with everybody. So congratulations, boss. Great support and always very positive on the calls. We have TikTok Bali. Hi, thank you very much for coming in there. We're coming towards the end of the hour, folks. Thank you so much for everybody that tuned in. Hope you've enjoyed the channel for the last 2 years. If you haven't got a chance to pop in and have a comment tonight, let me know. Send me a message. If you go to the links on the YouTube channel or any of my social medias, you can send me a DM. I try and get back to everybody if I can at all. If you've got a question that I can help with. But I really enjoyed building the channel up, looking to hit that 10,000 subscribers by the end of 2022. And so we've got 2,000 odd subscribers to go. We've got about 25 to hit the 8,000 and then another 2,000 to go before the end of the year. So we're on track, but have to put out quality content, have to engage with the audience, have to be relevant and make sure that people are happy watching the reviews. And it's 2 videos a week on EV Review Ireland and a video a week with Blake over on EV platform. So it's 3 videos a week as well as the day job and making sure it's all kept going. So I really appreciate all the support. Thomas Maguire in. Thomas, I hope you're sitting in your Tesla Model 3. I actually think Thomas lives in his Tesla Model 3 because I only ever see him in his Tesla Model 3. He got out at the EV owner meetup, so he can walk, and he put up the drone. But I think I've always seen him at meetings, etc., and watching. So he may be currently sitting in his Tesla Model 3 watching this on YouTube. But otherwise, folks, I really do appreciate your time, Lucas. Yep, Derek. Thank you very much. Thomas is in his Tesla Model 3. As always, folks, really appreciate it. The 60 minutes flies along. We chat about all different types of stuff. The cars that we've seen so far this year that have potential to land. There is a stock shortage, but we're going to get it. We talked about the bit of the grant. We didn't chat about it in depth, but definitely what way it could go. Could the government put it towards commercial vehicles or EV charging, or they took it a bit too fast in some of the UK regions, as Darren was saying. And hopefully they don't do that here. In Ireland, we usually flag it a bit better, not always, but better. So Thank you, Patrick. Great to have you here, and thank you for jumping in. Yo, Lucas, yo to you. And Phil, congratulations, Derek, on your second year. Sorry for the delay in popping on. Not at all, Phil. This will be recorded for everybody, so if you've watched it after the fact, make sure you leave a comment wherever you watch it. It is 9 o'clock. It is 60 minutes. My name has been Derek Riley. Hopefully you've enjoyed this power hour from EV Review Ireland. And remember, if you think an EV is for you, leave it to me and I'll review. Thank you very much for watching.